Screencasting is a very effective form of communication. Instructor can use it for several purposes, like presentations or providing feedback to students. I am by no means an expert, but I'll share with you what I learned through my experiments and research for this assignment. Hopefully at the end of this lesson you will be encouraged to use this great technology and better equipped to create engaging screencasts. Okay, so let's get started. First thing first, you'll need a software to record your session. There's a multitude of options out there, but there is no single best tool to use. So, much depends on the type of computer you use, a Mac, a PC, how comfortable you are with video editing softwares, how much time you want to spend making your screencast, and how professional and fancy you want your screencast to be. On our group's website, you will find a list of free software available. They all have pros and cons and specific features. For teachers starting with Screencast, I recommend Screencast-O-Matic because it's free, it records your webcam as well as your screen, and while offering a variety of features, it is still very easy to use. If you have a budget and want to install a commercial software for a more professional look and feel, you have a few options ahead of you. Priced at $435, Adobe Captivate is one of the most expensive options. From what I've read from the experts, the interface is frustrating and non-intuitive for the uninitiated. You should consider Adobe only if you're employed to make screencasts and consider yourself a professional screencaster. Priced at $179, Camtasia Studio is only available for PC users, but it is a very powerful software. It lets you do almost everything you would want to do in an educational screencast. However, the experts rarely recommend it to teachers who are starting out in screencasting because it requires a very steep learning curve. Camtasia Mac is the version I am using right now. It is priced at $75 and is one of the less complicated and least expensive options. Experts recommend it for teachers who are fairly comfortable with their Mac, have already made some screencasts, and want to experiment with more effects. ScreenFlow is priced at $110. It is available for Mac only and is so feature-rich that many teachers are likely to find it daunting and time-consuming. Therefore, experts recommend it for users who are pretty good with a computer, have made some screencasts, and now want screencast superpowers. Okay, so now that you've decided on the perfect software for you, you've purchased it or downloaded it on your computer, you're now ready to start recording, right? No, not yet. According to Camtasia study groups, what creates an engaging video happens before you even click the record button. So to help you create the most interesting and engaging screencast, I've put together a list of advices to help you out. I will present them using this 5-steps process. Step 1. Develop a screencasting plan. All good projects start with a plan. Start with the end in mind and organize your thoughts. Craft an outline or mind map. Here's the mind map I use for this presentation. And then, write a script. Don't wing it. This is the script I use for this video, and I made it available for you at the bottom of the page. A good script contains the narrative and a description of what is happening on the screen during the narrative. Following a script helps eliminate unwanted hums and haws in the audio and keeps your language concise. Step 2. Source your multimedia content. I like to combine images, video, and screen recordings together for my screencasts. You should decide and plan what you will record ahead of time. What applications will you use? Do you need forms or fields filled out? Do you use graphics, PowerPoint slides, or graphs that should be created ahead of time? By preparing all your media before, it is much faster and easier to put your presentation together. Step 3. Record your screencast. Okay. So you're ready to record. First, clean up your desktop so it doesn't distract your viewers. Remove any extraneous windows, desktop icons, or distracting wallpapers. And minimize interruptions by closing instant messaging applications, meeting reminders, and email notifications. Speak slowly, naturally, clearly, and follow the script. Don't ramble on or feel like you have to speak constantly. Be yourself. Let your personality shine through. Use a bit of humor if this situation fits. Basically, I shouldn't try to hide my accent. Let the video do the talking. You don't need to talk about every detail or step. Instead, show the steps and talk about the importance of the process that you're demonstrating. Remember, you don't need to start over if you make a mistake. Just quit speaking for 3 to 5 seconds and then begin where you left off. Then, use the editor to cut out the section where the mistake occurred. The silence on the timeline should let you know where the mistake is. Make several short recordings instead of one long one. If your video is longer than 5 minutes, break it up into separate videos. Step 4. Edit your screencast. Create an early demo of the video and send it out for feedback from teammates or other stakeholders. The key here is to do this early on in the process, so you have time to use the feedback to make changes to your script and storyboard. While this takes time, you'll end up with a better video in the end. Step 5. Export your screencast. Make sure you review and watch your video from beginning to end before you share it. Upload the highest quality you can to online services, then remember to place a backup copy somewhere safe. Well, there you have it. I hope this presentation was helpful, and I look forward to seeing your screencast. Thank you.